Hey folks, when it comes to Fibonacci's, there's only one expert I trust.
Isn't that right, buddy?
See, he agrees. He's been trading longer than most of us have been hodling. But here's the thing, even Tank finds TradingView.com's Fibonacci calculations a little bit rough. But that's why we created our own Fibonacci calculator, right, Tinky? Exactly. It's so simple you don't need to be a Wall Street wolf or a crypto corgi to get it, right, Tink? So stick around as we show you how our free Fibonacci calculator tool makes running Fibonacci's a walk in the park.
Right, buddy? Now let's fetch those profits.
Tank is the man, or the dog. Tank is the dog. Okay, so I'm on TradingView.com on a free version, and I'm looking at an Algorand chart right now, and I want to explain why we do Fibonacci retracements. Easy enough for most people to understand. So imagine you're climbing a hill. So here we are on this, we're climbing this hill. We're down here, we climb up, and then we take a break. So you're going to go up, but then you need to take a break and go back down a little bit. But how far down might you go before you start climbing up again? So that's exactly what Fibonacci's help us predict. And when a crypto price goes up or down a lot, it usually doesn't keep going in a straight line. It takes breaks, going in the opposite direction for a bit before continuing. Fibonacci shows us the levels where these breaks might happen. It's like having a map of rest stops on your trading journey. So let's say a Bitcoin goes from $30,000 to $60,000. Fibonacci will help us guess where it might pause if it starts dropping. Maybe at like 52,000 or 48,000. It's not magic or guaranteed, but it's a tool that many traders use to make educated guesses about where prices might go next. And with the Fibonacci calculator I have on my website, you don't need to do any math. You don't have to figure out any charts. You just put in two prices and you'll get your Fibonacci levels. And I'm going to show you that. I'm going to do Fibonacci on TradingView, and then I'm going to compare it to the tool on my website and show you how easy it is. So I'm looking at the chart for Algorand, and you can see up here during the last bull run how high it got up to, and you can see that it has dropped down significantly since. And what we're trying to see where the price could go during the bull run. So to do that, we can run a Fibonacci. So we click Fibonacci retracements. We'll come up here to this high point. We'll go about right here, and then we'll drag it down till we get down here to the lowest point. And I'm just guesstimating for this video, but we'll say that looks about like the lowest it got right there. So we'll stop there. And now we have our Fibonacci. So looking at the numbers from the Fibonacci, you can see the 236 level here is 73 cents. You can see the 618 level. I moved it. God damn it. So I moved the chart over a little bit so you can read it easier. But you can see 236 level is 73 cents. 382 level $1.13. 618 level $1.79. And so forth. So let's look at what the coordinates were for this. It was a high price of 282 and a low price of 0.089. And let's put that in my calculator. Okay, if you haven't been to my website yet, it's cryptosnapshot.net. On my website, there is no pay anywhere. It's completely free to use, no paywalls. On there, I have exit strategies, I have crypto research tools, I have the latest news, I have just for fun, I have budget tools. But what we're going to look at is under the research tools, Crypto Snapshot Fibonacci Calculator 2.0. The calculator makes it super easy for anybody to use and run a Fibonacci. So we did a downtrend. You notice that it was from a high price to a low price. So we did a downtrend. So we're going to select downtrend. And you can type the name of the crypto in here if you want. We're going to type algo. And then high price and low price. If we look over here at what we did earlier, we have 28231 and 0898. I'm going to use those numbers. Okay, as soon as I did that, it made my Fibonacci, and it made it in a nice, neat, organized table. 236 level, 618 level, all the way to the top of the pivot, the 4236 level. It gives you all the numbers, easy to read, nice, neat, organized chart. So let's check and see if it calculated correctly. So here, the 236 level, it says 0.73485. Here it says 0.7349. So mine isn't rounded up like this one. Mine has 0.73485. This has 0.7349. And then let's look at the 618 level, 17790. Over here on my calculator, 17789. So really 17790 if you round up. So this calculator is spot on with a Fibonacci off of TradingView.com. Now, something you'll see me do on a lot of my TikToks, I just go into CoinMarketCap.com and I get the all-time high and the all-time low to get an idea of potential price targets for the next bull run. It's a simple way to forecast potential crypto prices, and you use the all-time high and the all-time low, and it just calculates everything for you. It's simple. It's just two numbers, and it accounts for the crypto's entire price history, and it gives you multiple targets to watch. Okay, my calculator also has downtrend Fibonacci's on it. Let me get my mouse up here where it belongs. So you'll notice I have a downtrend and an uptrend. If you use an uptrend Fibonacci, one of the things I use it for is if I'm interested in a crypto and it's already taken off and I want to know what's a good entry point, what should I wait for it to drop back to try to get into the project, I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to remove this Fibonacci that we just did, and then let's look at recent history here. Let's say that we could have got into algo down here at 14 cents. We're going to run another Fibonacci, but this time we're doing an uptrend because it's going up. So we do our Fibonacci retracement. We come down here to around 14 cents. And then we rise up to where it peaked out at about 33 cents. Now we have an uptrend Fibonacci, and the 618 is the golden ratio where you want to get in if you're trying to get in there. But instead of just doing a Fibonacci on TradingView, you can use my tool to do an uptrend Fibonacci. You can look on like CoinMarketCap.com and get the last month's low and high, for example. But we're going to use these prices in here and show you the uptrend Fibonacci just to show you that it matches. So our prices were 33 cents and 14. So we selected uptrend Fibonacci. Our high price we are using is 0.3303. Our low price is 0.1474. And then if you look down here, the golden ratio tells you what would be a good entry point, 21 cents, 0.21726. Let's see if the 618 level is the same on TradingView. Okay, we can see right here the 618 level, 0.2173. Let's see what the 236 level says, 0.2872. .28713, so very, very close. Like I said, I'll just go into CoinMarketCap.com, look under price performance the last month and get the low and the high and put it in here, and it'll give me a good idea at the 618 level what's a good entry level to get into. Anyway, that's how my Fibonacci calculator works on my website, cryptosnapshot.net. As you can see, if you can do Fibonacci's on TradingView.com, I absolutely. But when you do them on my website, you get it in a nice, neat, organized table. Absolutely free to use. Thanks, everybody. Stay savvy out there. Like, follow, comment.